quick questions. Mr. Asthana, we haven't talked about other technologies like demand response, and I have an expensive thermostat in my house which I can control. I've cut my energy use in my home here in Washington by 30% in the last 6 months by using this thermostat that you can turn it off during the day when you're not there. Are there other technologies that we should be talking about, and are they being sufficiently developed and utilized?
Yeah, I think energy efficiency, demand response, and then using the spare capacity that we have on the grid that's going to show up in the form of vehicles and batteries that are plugged in, sort of not building that again, finding ways to reuse that when it's plugged in, I think is going to be a big part of the future. And we are piloting those technologies. In fact, PJM has, I think, one of the premier demand response programs in the world. And it's a key part of maintaining reliability. And I think the importance of demand response is only going to grow.
Thank you. I want to join my other colleagues talking about bipartisan permitting reform. It's something we have to do in order to achieve whatever the future looks like in terms of green energy. It's going to require building things. And Mr. Tudor pointed out, for example, we're overly dependent upon China for lithium, which is an essential part of EV batteries. So we have to talk about permitting reform in a reasonable period of time to get things done. There were some permitting reforms in the budget deal that we're talking about, voting on in the next 24 hours, hopefully. But they didn't. There's a lot that wasn't done. For example, transmission has to be part of it. Mr. Robb, isn't that correct, that we really have to talk about being able to construct a new transmission?
No question, and it needs to be done much more quickly than we're able to do today.
And a final piece is, we haven't talked too much about the pipeline system, but in New England, the gas pipeline system is part of the grid. And I believe that FERC should have more responsibility in terms of gas pipelines and reliability and cyber protection, given the integral role that the gas pipeline system plays in the operation of the grid at the current time. Do you agree?
I agree with that, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.